Jesus.
Okay. So,
Jesus.
so tell me about Kaiba and your group. What happened? Because I never knew what happened with you.
So the problem that we ran into with Kaiba, right, is that you could Benjamin here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He
So
has to
the
be here
problem
for
we ran
all
into
mentions of tea.
No. Well, here's the big problem, right? Kaiba was one of the core members of Rust. He was in the Rust before, like he was with our group before we even made the group. So it was like me, Kem, Kaiba, Kiwi, and a few other people. And we decided to become an actual gang when gang turf became very prevalent and we were, we're becoming bigger. So Kaiba was great. He did a lot. He was always part of jobs, always part of everything because we only had like 6 to 10 people at the time. And we all put in work because, we were trying to build up a group from nothing, right? So he loved it. He was very positive. But come like a few months later, when people start, we started building up our money, we actually were rich and we're doing great. People stopped doing as much as they used to. Oh, he never stopped. This guy used to fly out of the city, he had a different job outside the city, fly back in, and then in the city, he was here every day, like 12 hours. Without missing a single day. So this guy put in the hours like every single day and would not stop, like, you know, making sure that Russ grew, making sure that he knew every hack, make sure that like, he was putting in the work, right? Now the problem is 34 months in, he started clashing with people because in his mind, they weren't putting in the same amount of work he was. And he really wanted to control the finances of Rust. So he became like the treasurer at the time because he was doing so much shit. Well, obviously I removed him from that role because he started cracking down on people and taxing them. And he's very cold to other members to the point where it led to multiple situations where people drew guns on each other. And I think Kaiba even got shot at one point. So, like it led to issues, more and more issues. And people were telling me, hey, you need to kick this guy out of the gang. Like he's causing problems, like whatever. And I kind of stuck with Kaiba. I was like, yo, Kaiba's very important to Rust. He does make us millions a month. Like this guy puts in work. He's one of our best hackers. It would be very difficult if we were to remove him. And they were like, okay, if you as the leader are saying that, we're going to follow it. Come like 6-7 months later, motherfucker keeps doing it. It gets worse and worse. And apparently when he controls some of the finances, he was stealing from the gang and doing some other shit too.
Mm-hmm.
And causing more problems without stating it to people. Bringing up, even though there was no problems going on, there would always be an internal issue somehow. I don't know, like with him between other members. I don't know how he created, like, some of the situations didn't make any even sense to me. Like everything would be going great. We'd be up like $3 million a week. We'd be doing fantastic. The vibes were great. And all of a sudden, he gets in an argument with like half the gang.
Have you been in my gang for the last 3 months or something, bro? It's the same
No, that's
story,
exactly
man.
what it was.
Fucking
same exact shit.
Dude, same thing, bro. He was 24/7 on the moonshine cooks. Like he was the moonshine king. BBMC, I was convinced, was the best at it, man. I remember when no one could afford fucking food, we made 90 grand in a day. Doesn't sound like a lot now. Back then, that was before you could rob the laundromat, right? That was when everyone was working at Mosley's. 90 grand in one day? That was crazy money. That was the price of a house back then, And we were doing really, 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 really well. And essentially, just over time, it's the same thing. He was making all the money. He wanted to control the finances. He was arguing with people constantly. He was constantly wanting more and more control over the finances. And then even when we'd be doing really good, like the other day, right, we had like 1.5 mil, which is, it's all right for us. But, we were up good after we were down bad a lot. And it's like, yo, I want to reward the gang for putting in hard work. Let's buy bikes. Because I was sick of everyone driving around in fucking sports car. We need to be more of an MC. Let's all go buy Sanchez's. Even though we're fucking beautifully rich, okay? He finds a problem with it. It's like, yeah, but we need to buy this and that and that and this. It's like, we're fine. We're already making like 150 Bitcoin a day, and there's only 6 of us in this group. How much more do we need, bro? And like, later we learned that this guy was fucking using our Bitcoin. Because I was always like, where's our Bitcoin going? Turns out he was secretly doing cash exchanges with other groups for himself. And what?
Yep.
And this guy was fucking he stopped wearing his cuts, and every day, man, he was a vibe killer. He just fucking found a way to depress us, bro. Every fucking day there was an issue. And so he was stealing money whilst complaining that we weren't doing enough to help. He had to be in control of everything. He even shut down one of our members' fucking operation they were like, I told the gang, do what you want to do. Kelly wanted to do guns, go do guns. I wanted to help along with moonshine. I wanted to do moonshine. Kaiba wanted to do moonshine. He did moonshine. Flops wanted to do vegetables. Okay, fine. Whatever raises morale. He can go do vegetables. Kaiba shut him down because it was more cost effective to go through someone else. And that effectively made Flops stop coming around. And fucking now Flops is no longer part of the BBMC because he was miserable with Kaiba. And
brother, it's the exact same thing that happened to some of our members, because like it was more about making the most amount of money, doing the most amount of things rather than making people happy. And the thing is, the problem is every fucking day I wake up and there'd be a new issue with him. Because he would either try to choose someone out. Yeah, he tried to choose someone out.
I feel like I had to report
cause a problem
to him.
with someone.
I'm like, bro, I'm the prime minister. You report to me. Why am I reporting to you?
There used to be a meme, and it's not even a joke, Dundee. There were 6-hour Rust meetings every single day for months. As soon as I blooded Kaiba out, those meetings were ended. They're no longer. We didn't have those anymore. They were gone. Like, it's crazy how much things changed after one person was gone. And then come to find out, we did the math after. We checked, like there's locals at the time that we put our shit on, and they clean the money, and they take like higher rate and shit like that, right? At the time, we found out that Kaiba stole like 50% of the money income from that.
Yeah, because he felt like he deserved it, right? He was doing the same with us. He felt like he fucking
without even telling
deserved
us.
Yeah.
Perez had to find it out. Benji. Perez found out that he stole like shit tons of money from us because he was the person in charge of the locals.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, guys, he sucks, guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, I don't want. I feel bad talking badly about him because it's been years since that point. But now that it's happened to
listen, you want to know
like,
what it is? What it is, Dundee? Kaiba reaches that mode where he feels and believes that he's smarter than the leader. But the problem with him is he is in no way, shape, or form even close to as charismatic as you are.
Yeah,
so
that's the problem.
He can make his own gang. You know what I mean?
Listen,
so he reaches that point all the time.
Benji just said it perfectly. Like, there's points where he made good points, and then I tried to watch as he brain farted those points to the entire gang. In meetings, he tried to portray these points in a charismatic way, and people would be like, "They're good points too, great, fantastic, like ideas," and they would fail completely because he just doesn't know how to speak to people.
Yep, he's got zero social skills.
He'll put a point across where it makes it look like like. Instead of, oh, this is a great point where we should rally and work together and work on things, instead of doing it like that, he'll be like, oh yeah, you guys haven't been doing as much as you should be. You should be doing this. And boom, there's everyone pissed off now because Kaiba said this about them, even though they've been actually doing this and this and this, because they don't want to come to me and gloat that they've been doing all that shit because, why the fuck would they have to do that if they're doing well? Bro, you should have seen the issue. I've never seen such an antagonistic figure. Benz had arguments with him. McGregor had arguments with him. Cam had arguments with him. Like Huey, every single person that's very chill had arguments with him. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life.
It was fucking same, bro. It was like every time I talked to him, it's like I felt like I was just gonna have to argue with him because it's like there was a new problem every single day. There was some sort of problem where Kaiba was upset. I'm like, bro, can we just have the positives for a second? I hate the emotional club, right? If my club has a problem with someone else, they got 10 minutes to sort it out with me mediating. And if they can't figure it out, then I'll decide the fucking fate. And then after that, it's never be brought up again. Okay, this man would drag out shit for hours.
100%. I'm just going to say straight up. Internal issues between your group members should be handled swiftly. Yeah. The problem with Kaiba is somehow he extends those issues. And this is something I talked to Benji back in the day. And Benji's probably one of the reasons I eventually got rid of the motherfucker. The guy literally told me, Ray, this guy is like a leech for vibes. And told me at the time, I remember having a meeting with you outside of Ubu. You remember that, Benji? Where we talked about Kaiba. And you were like, yo, this guy came to me.
Yeah.
Kaiba came to Benji to talk badly about the Rust. And Benji just came straight to me like, yo, right, you know this motherfucker's talking shit about this guy. I promise you, brother, when he got, he took his cut off and went do the drops to those other people, he was talking badly about BBMC.
Oh yeah, no, dude, this guy fucking shit talks us all the fucking time. We know about it too. Because, bro, we caught him lacking and we found that he had written a book whilst he was still in the club. And this book had, like, detailed of all of our characters and all of our fucking, pros and cons and how to make them crumble and make them weak, whilst he was
What?
still a member of the group.
What?
What the fuck?
But fucking, and he's
Wait,
like, I
cops
didn't
on the
write it.
block.
I didn't write it.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm coming. I'm shooting people.
Outside the block.
Hello.
Aren't we supposed to have a meeting today?
Meeting.
Where?
Fucking.
I get
What
this truck.
about
I
it?
get the truck. I get the truck.
Everything good, Rusty?
With the two